Hello everyone, this is Jennifer. So in this video we're going to look into the topic of ratio and proportion part. So what is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison between two similar quantities which basically determines the number of times of one quantity equal to the number of times of the other quantity. So the ratio of two quantities of same kind and same unit is basically comparison obtained by dividing the one quantity with the other quantity, which can be expressed in the form of ratio fraction. So wherein if A and B are two quantities, then A divided by B, that is B not equal to 0. Therefore A is to B is called the ratio between A and B. For example, ratio of 10 kgs to 30 kgs. How much is one quantity equal to the number of times of the other quantity in order? So 10 is to 30 can be written as 1 is to 3, which can be reduced out to 10 ones are 10, 10 threes are 30. So the quantities A and B are called terms of the ratio. A is called the first term or antecedent and B is called the second term or consequent. So the ratio A by B is always a pure number. So basically there are different kinds of ratios. The first one is compound ratio. When two or more ratios are multiplied, then the ratio thus obtained are called compound ratio. For example, for the ratio A is to B and C is to D, the compound ratio will be A into B, and which is equal to B into D. So A into D and B into A into C and B into D. For example, 5 is to 2 and 3 is to 2, they have given the ratios, and you're supposed to find out the compound ratio. That time 5 into 3, that is your antecedent of one ratio into the antecedent of the other ratio, then the consequent of one ratio into the consequent of the other ratio, meaning to tell the first term of the first ratio into the first term of the second ratio, and the second term of the first ratio into the second term of the second ratio should be always equal. So 5 into 3 is 15, 2 into 2 is 4. Second is your duplicate ratio. So it is a compound ratio of two equal ratios. So the duplicate ratio of A is to B is equal to the compound ratio of A is to B. Therefore, and B A is to B. Therefore, which is equal to A into A is to B into B. The duplicate ratio of A is to B is equal to A square is equal to the power is to B square. So for example, if the duplicate ratio of 2 is to 3 is to 2 square is to 3 square, which can be written as 4 is to 9. So basically A is to B, which is equal to A square is to B square. So 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So here, our next ratio is triplicate ratio. So triplicate ratio, it is a compound ratio of three equal ratios. The triplicate ratio of A is to B, which is a compound ratio of A is to B, comma A is to B, and A is to C, and A is to B again. Therefore A into A, which is equal to or is to B into B into B. So the triplicate ratio of A is to B, which is equal to A cube is to B cube. So for example, if they tell us to find out the triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3, which is equal to 2 cube is to 3 cube. Therefore 8 is to 27. 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27. Then we have sub-duplicate ratio. Sub-duplicate ratio in the form of A is to B is equal to square root of A is to square root of B. For example, if they tell us to find out the sub-duplicate ratio of 9 is to 16, so you'll find out the square root of 9 is 3 and square root of 16 is 4. And sub-triplicate ratio is cube root. Okay, sub-triplicate ratio of A is to B, which is equal to A cube is to B cube. So 27 is to 64 if they tell us to find out. So 27 cube is to 64 cube, which is 3 is to 4. So the reciprocal ratio or the inverse ratio. So the reciprocal or the inverse ratio, basically you're inversing the ratio. So A is to B can be written as 1 by A is to 1 by B, which can be written as B is to A. So just you're reversing the ratio. So 3 is to 5 can be written as 5 is to 3. So now let us move on to the question part. So find the ratio of 40 minutes to 2 hours. So 40 minutes is to 2 hours. So 40 minutes is to 1. So 40 minutes, 2 hours can be converted into minutes. So 120 minutes, because both the quantities should be of the same kind or same units. So 2 hours can be converted into minutes, so which is equal to 120 minutes. So 40 minutes into 1 is to 120 minutes. So 40 divided by 120, which is equal to 1 by 3. So the ratio is 1 is to 3. Express in lowest terms the ratio of 4 is to 12. So 4 by 12 can be written as, which is equal to 4 ones are 4 threes are. So 1 is to 3 is your ratio. Express the lowest terms of the ratio 3 by 4 to 5 by 8. So it is equal to 3 by 4 is to 5 by 8, which is equal to 3 divided by 3 by 4 divided by 5 by 8, which is equal to 3 by 4 into 8 by 5. So when the division comes up, the numerator becomes a denominator and the denominator becomes your numerator. So when division can be changed into multiplication. So it is 8 by 5, not 3 by 5. So 8 by 5. So 4 ones are 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6, and 5. 6 by 5 is your ratio. So next question. Find the ratio of 1.5 kg and 800 grams. So 1 kg is equal to 100 grams. So 1.5 kg is equal to 1.5 into 1000 grams. So 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 1.5 kg is equal to 1.5 into 1000 grams, which is 1500 grams. Just you're converting your kgs into grams, because both the numbers need to be of the same kind or same unit. Only then you can find out your ratio. So 1.5 kg is to 800 grams, which can be written as 1500 grams is to 800 grams. So 1500 divided by 800, it is 15 by 8. Therefore the ratio is 15 is to 8. Next, find the ratio of 2.5 and 3 1 by 3. So basically you have your mixed fraction, which can be converted into your improper fraction. So 2.5 can be written as 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 1 5, so 5 by 2, and 3 1 by 3 can be written as 3 into 3 9, 9 plus 1 10, 10 divided by 3. So 5 by 2 is to 10 by 3. So you're supposed to find out the ratio. So 5 by 2 divided by 10 by 3. So when it comes up, your numerator becomes a denominator and denominator becomes your numerator, and it is here in division sign. So when it comes up, it becomes a multiplication sign. So 5 ones are 5 twos are. So 3 by 2 into 2 4. So the ratio is 3 is to 4. So find the different ratio of 3 is to 5. So the reciprocal ratio. So basically you're supposed to find out all the ratios, okay, of 3 is to 4. So the inverse ratio of 3 is to 5 is 5 is to 3. Compound ratio of 3 is to 5 and 8 is to 5 is, so the question is not written. So the find out the common compound ratio of 3 is to 5 and 8 is to 5 is the question. So the compound ratio of 3 is to 5 and 8 is to 5 is 3 into 8. So the first terms is to the second terms. So 3 into 8 and 5 into 15. So 24 is to 75. And next is find the duplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. So 3 square and 4 square. Duplicate ratio, just squaring it out. 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. And the fourth question is find the triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3. So when it is a triplicate ratio, you just cube it. 2 cube and 3 cube. So it is 8 into 27. Next is find the sub-duplicate ratio of 9:16. So when they tell sub-duplicate, you just square root it. So 9 square root of 9 is to square root of 16, which is 3:4. And sub-duplicate ratio of 64 is to 27. So when it is sub-triplicate, you just cube it. So cube root of 64 and cube root of 27, which is equal to 4 and 3. So our next question, if 5x and 4y, if 5x is equal to 4y, find the value of x and y. X is to y. So 5x is equal to 4y. So x by y is equal to 4 by 5. Therefore x is equal to 4. Therefore x is to y is 4 is to 5. So just the numerator and denominator. So if x is to y is equal to 4 is to 3, find the value of 4x plus 3y is to 7x plus 6y. So x is to y is equal to 4 is to 3. So x by y is equal to 4 by 3. So you're just converting that into a fraction. So x is equal to 4y divided by 3. So 4x plus 3y is to 7x plus 6y. That is what is given in the question. Find the value of that. So 4x plus 3y divided by 7x plus 6y. So 4 into x value, and we know that 4y by 3. So 4 into, substitute the value of x, which is 4y by 3 plus 3y, into 7 into 4y by 3, again implement the value of x, plus 6y. So which is equal to, so you just multiply it. 4 are 16y divided by 3 plus 3y, the whole divided by 7 into 4, 28, 28y divided by 3 plus 6y, which is equal to, so 16y plus 3 into 3, 9. So LCM will be 3. So 3 into 3, 9. So 25y divided by 3 6 are 18, 18 plus 28, 46y, and the new denominator gets cancelled, which is equal to 4x plus 3y divided by 7x plus y is equal to 25 divided by 46 is your answer. So the value of 4x plus 3y is to 7x plus 6y is equal to 25 is to 46. If a is to b is equal to 3 is to 4 and b is to c is equal to 6 into 7, 6 is to 7, find a is to b is to c. If a, so you're supposed to find the value of a is to b is to c. Therefore a is to b is, which they have given in the question, as 3 is to 4. So 3 by 4 is to 4 by 4 is to 4 by 4, because the value of p is equal to the other ratio's value of p. So you just take the denominator so that you will get is to 1. So 3 by 4 is to 4 by 4, which is 3 by 4 is to 1. So in the same way b is to 6, say, which is 6 is to 7. So b you can put it as 6 by 6, so which is equal to 1. This is 6, 6 by 6 is to 7 by 6, which is equal to 1 is to 7 by 6. Therefore a is to b is to c is equal to 3 by 4 is to 1 is to 7 by 6, because you're just bringing the value of p as the common factor to be 1. So a is to b is to c is equal to 3 by 4 into 12. So you're just taking the LCM. 4 is to 6, LCM is 12. It is to 1 into 12 is to 7 by 6 is to 12. So 3 into 2 is 9. 3 into 3 is 9. So 4 3s are 12. So 1 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So 3 into 3, 9. So 1 divided by 1. So you don't have a denominator, so it is assumed that it is divided by 1. How many times 12 goes in 1? So 12 times. So 1 into 12, 12 is to 7 by 6. How many times 12 goes in 6? 6 2s are 12. So 7 into 2, 14. So 9 is to 12 is to 14 is your answer. So our next question, if 2x plus 3y is to 2x plus 5y, which is equal to 3 is to 4, find the value of x and y. So 2x plus 3y divided by 2x plus 5y, which is equal to 3 by 4, which is equal to 8x plus 12y, which is equal to 6x plus 5y. Just cross multiplying it. When you multiply, you get this. So 8x minus 6 is, you just bring down the x towards one side and the y towards the other side, which is equal to 15y minus 12y. So 2x is equal to 3y. So x by y is equal to 3 by 2. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. So divide 1300 into 3 parts in the ratio of 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 4. So they have given the ratio and they're supposed to divide this amount in the ratio of that. So 2 is to 3 is to 4. So when you take the LCM of 2, 3 and 4, you get 12. So 12 divided by 2, 12 divided by 3 and 12 divided by 4. So 6 is to 4 is to 3 is your answer. So the ratio is 6 is to 4 is to 3. So in this ratio, let us divide the 1300. So the first part is 6 by 13. 6 plus 4 plus 3 is 13. So denominator will be 13. The first ratio of the first part is 6 by 13 into 1300, which is 600. Second part is 4 by 13 into 1300, which is 400. Third part is 3 by 13, which is 1000 into 1300, which is 300. So divide 118 among A, B and C, so that A is to B, which is equal to 3 is to 4, and B is to C, which is equal to 5 is to 6. So A is to B is equal to 3 is to 4, which is equal to 3 by 4 is to 4 by 4. Okay, because your denominator is 4, so 3 by 4 is to 4 by 4, so you get the ratio to be 3 by 4 is to 1. And the B, same way, 5 is to 6, so 5 by 5, because your B needs to be common. 5 by 5 is to 6 by 5, which is equal to 1 is to 6 by 5. Therefore A is to B is to C is equal to 3 is to 4 is to 1 is to 6 by 5. So the LCM of this 4 and 5 is 20. So 20 goes into 5 times with 4, so 3 into 5, 15, and in 1 it goes for 20 times, so 1 into 20 is 20, and 6 by 5, so 20 goes 4 times with 5, so 5 4s are 20, 6 4s are 24. Therefore 15 is to 20 is to 24. So the total terms is 15 plus 20 plus 24, which is your 59. That is nothing but your denominator. So each ratio is 15 by 59 into 180. That is what you're supposed to share. So rupees 30 for A share. So B share will be 20 divided by 59 into 180, which is equal to rupees 40. C share is 24 divided by 59 into 180, rupees 48. Total is 118. Now let us move on to the next part, which is proportion. So if one ratio is equal to another ratio, that is the ratio A is to B, which is equal to another ratio C is to D, then A comma B comma C comma D are said to be in proportion. Therefore, which is equal to A is to B, which is equal to C is to D. So one ratio is equal to the other ratio. A by B is equal to C by D, which is equal to A into B is equal to B into C. When you cross multiply, when you multiply, so when you cross multiply, it is A into D, which is equal to B into C. The product of extreme is equal to the product of means. So find the fourth proportion to 6, 8 and 9. So now they're telling us to find the fourth proportional. So let the fourth proportional The first proportional is 1, second is 8, and third is 9. You're supposed to find out the fourth proportional, which we consider to be x. Therefore 6 is to 8 is equal to 9 is to x. So 6 by 8 is equal to 9 by x. So 6x, when you cross multiply, 6x is equal to 9 into 8. Therefore x is equal to 9 by 8 divided by 6. X is equal to 12. Therefore your fourth proportion is 12. Your next question, find the mean proportion to 2 and 8. So let the mean proportion between 2 and 8 be x. Then 2 is to x, which is equal to x is to 8. So the mean proportion, so the between numbers are x we consider. Therefore 2 by x is equal to x by 8. So when you cross multiply, x square is equal to 2 into 8, 16. So x is equal to square becomes a square root when it moves to the other side. So 16 square root is equal to x is equal to plus or minus 4. So the mean proportional is 4. So now the next question is find the third proportional to 2 and 6. So let the third proportion to 2 and 6 be x. Then 2 is to 6, which is equal to 6 is to x. So 2 by 6 is equal to 6 by x. So 2x is equal to 6 into 6, 36. X is equal to 36 divided by 2. X is equal to 18. So your next question, if 14 is the mean proportional between x and 28, find x. So since 14 is mean proportional between x and 28, therefore x is to 14, which is equal to 14 is to 28. So that between number is 14. That is what they are telling in the question. So when you solve it, x by 14 is equal to 14 by 28. Cross multiply 28, x is equal to 14 into 14. X is equal to 14 into 14 divided by 28. So x is equal to 5. Therefore the value of x is 7. X is equal to 7. So the value of x is 7. So the value of x is 7. What number must be subtracted from 9, 11, 15 and 19 so that the difference will be proportional? So let the number subtracted be x. So 9 minus x is 2. 11 minus x, which is equal to 15 minus x, is to 19 minus x. So when you convert this into fraction, it will be 9 minus x divided by 11 minus x, which is equal to 15 minus x divided by 19 minus x. When you cross multiply 9 minus x into 19 minus x, which is equal to 15 minus x into 11 minus x. So when you solve it out, you take one of the equation and multiply it with the other. So 9 into 19 minus x minus x into 19 minus x, which 19 minus x, which is minus x into 19 minus x, which is equal to 15 into 11 minus x minus x into 11 minus x. When you solve it out, 9 into 19, 171 minus 9x minus 19x plus x square is equal to 165 minus 15x minus 11x plus x square. So when you bring all the x towards one side and when you form it as an equation, it will be as 171 minus 165, which is equal to 28x minus 26x. So x is equal to 6 by 2. The value of x is 3. The next question, if 15 toys cost rupees 235, what do 35 toys cost? So basically it is you're supposed to make that into an equation. So let the cost of 35 toys be x. So if 15 toys cost 234, so what is the cost of 35 toys? So which is a question mark. So if you cross multiply, so this is in direct proportion. As more the toys are going, the cost is also increasing. So 15 is to 35, which is equal to 234 is to x. So 15 by 35 is equal to 234 divided by x. When you cross multiply, 15x is equal to 234 into 35. So x is equal to 234 into 35 divided by 15. X is equal to 546 rupees. If 24 men can do a job in 45 days, how many days will it take for 36 men to complete the same? So let the number of days be x. Therefore, if 24 men can do the job in 45 days, 34 men can do in how many days? So basically, it is the inverse proportion, which means to tell when the men increases, obviously the number of days that they take to do a job will decrease. So more men, less days. So it is an inverse proportion. So 45 divided by x is equal to 36 divided by 24. So cross multiply, 36x is equal to 24 into 45. X is equal to 24 into 45 divided by 36. X is equal to 30. Therefore, the number of days is required to complete the job is 30 days. If the wages of 6 men for 15 days be rupees 2100, then find the wages of 9 men for 12 days. So let the wages be x. So they are telling 6 men for 15 days they get a wage of 2100. 9 men for working days of 12 days, they do how much do they get? So basically it is of the proportion, if more men works, more wages obviously, so which is in direct proportion, and less days is equal to less wages, that is also in direct proportion. So 2100 divided by x is equal to 6 by 9 into 15 by 12. Okay, is equal to 2100 into 9 into 12. So when you cross multiply, which is equal to 16 into 15 into x, when you cross multiply, you get the value of x to be 2520. So 9 men's wages for 12 days is 2520. So next question, a contractor undertakes to do a piece of work in 60 days and employs 300 men, but after 40 days he finds that only 3 by 5 of the work has been completed. How many extra men must be in the work so that the work may finish in time? Therefore, basically it tells after 40 days 3 by 5 work is complete, which is given in the question. So what is your remaining work? 1 minus 3 by 5, which is equal to 2 by 5 is your remaining. So what is your remaining days? 60 minus 40, which is equal to 20 days. So let the number of men be x. Okay, so 3 by 5 work, which is equal to 40 days and 300 men. Remaining 2 by 5 work, 20 days they take, but it is how many men are working, that is what we are supposed to find out. So if days are more, obviously the men count will be less. Okay, so which is having an inverse proportion. And if the work is more, the men will be more, so which is having a direct proportion. So less work, less men, less days, more men. 300 divided by x is equal to 3 by 5 divided by 2 by 5 into 20 by 40. So because it is a inverse proportion, if it's inverse proportion, numerator becomes the denominator and denominator becomes the numerator. So when you solve it out, 3 by 2 into 2 by 4, which is equal to cross multiply, and you multiply it, you get 300 divided by x into 3 by 4, because 2 and 2 gets cancelled, 3 by 4. So 300 divided by x into 3 by 4. Therefore 3x is equal to 4 into 300, x is equal to 4 into 300 divided by 3, x is equal to 400 men. Therefore 400 men is required to finish a work. Extra men engaged to do a work is 400 minus 300, which is equal to 100. So next question, if 16 men or 28 women can do a work in 40 days. In how many days will 24 men and 14 women complete the same work? So 16 men is equal to 24 women. So 1 man is equal to 28 divided by 16. So when it comes to the other side, it becomes a division sign. So 1 man is equal to 7 by 4 women. So 24 men is equal to 24 into 7 by 4 women.